Mythic! Mythic with a 4 rare deck. Let's go. Yeah! Smashing. Let's go. Hey, it's Mythic Mike. We're here with a banger, the fastest climbing deck ever. All hasty creatures with Samut and Colligan Warmonger to get our Shivan Devastators to finish them in the air, as well as throwing in a little 2 scapegoats. Let's go. We're in the numbers Mythic, and we've climbed there partly with this deck and partly with our Eidetic Memory deck, Dimir with Sheldred and Eidetic Memory. Check it out if you haven't. That deck is sick. And this deck is just as sick. We go on crazy streaks. I was playing this in my bed last night before I played it on stream, and I was just like winning like 5 in a row sometimes, and you win. It's so sick. It's so sick. The reason this is so nice right now is there's a good amount of control, and control will lose to all haste creatures, especially when there's card draw, and we're drawing cards off Samut and Colligan. And also Squee comes back from the dead. And the reason being, like, they have a lot of board wipes, mostly. They do have some spot removal, but a lot of board wipes, which they can't hit you on the first turn. And we'll just have enough hasty creatures to end it. And similarly, Boros Convoke is a kind of tough matchup, but we can get through because we do have trample threats and things through the air that they have a harder time dealing with. Also, there's a lot of mono red in the meta, and mono red will lose to this. I mean, Dream Draw can win, but Samut stays on the blocks, and we are a little faster than them. Now look, Samut, if you don't know what it is, first strike, vigilance, haste, banger. So it has vigilance, so it stays on blocks. Whenever a creature that came into play this turn deals combat damage, you draw a card, including this on its first turn. So that's pretty sick, right? We just keep drawing cards. All our creatures have haste. We have little Phoenix chicks to peck in and come back from the dead. Remember, these do come back. And Shivan Devastators to go through the air, and we'll draw cards off them. Shivan Devastators, crazy in this deck. And we got Colligan, a haste threat. We look at the top 6 cards of our library. You may reveal a dragon and put it in your hand. The coolest part is the only dragon is Shivan Devastator, the best top end out there. Because what do we want after a 3-drop, later in the game? Something we can just drop for 4 or 5 mana. Now, look, you're not going to hit a ton. A 3/2's fine, haste on its own in this shell. But you'll hit 1 out of 3 times or so, and 1 out of 3 times hitting a top end card is nice. I promise you, it is crazy. Squee, right, making 1/1s coming back from the dead for 4 and exiling 4 cards. So that's really good against control too. They can't really stop it. And then we do have Monstrous Rage and, Trample, get through. You put it on a first strike guy, and he won't even take damage. So that's pretty sick. You need to play this often to get through on your smaller creatures, so they'll draw cards off Samut. Due to that, this one's nice, right? You discard a card, draw a card, Wicked Roll, or make a treasure. 99% of the time, make a treasure in this deck, because number one, we need to guarantee we hit this. This is our only green card. We do have green lands, but we want to guarantee we hit it. And additionally, treasure, you play this on 3, and then you'll have an extra mana up to play one of our combat tricks to get through. So almost always play the treasure. Also, it's nice to just make a bigger Shivan when we get to that. We also have Dreadmire's Ire. You can only play it on an attacking creature, but +2/+2 in trample. And whenever this deals combat damage to a player, destroy target artifact. So you can kill some of the things Boros Convoke has. There's some creatures playing artifacts, obviously, and you can kind of blow things out. But really, it's just really nice that there is trample here. And it's just another nice little buff spell. This one, new card. We only have 2, but it is, I think it's the only new card in here, but it is what it is, man. It's still a solid deck in the current meta. But when it enters, you suspect it gets menace and can't block. And then when another creature enters, you can have the other creature become suspected, so menace it can't block. So it is nice to give Samut in some situations, although it can't block, but to give Squee it so they can't stop your Squee and just chunk block it, to give this so they can't stop it as easily, and we keep getting dragons or chances to get dragons. We do have Kamano for damage to grow things. Obviously, this coming in as a 3/4 vigilance haste is nice. And remember, you can play this on turn 1, and on turn 2 you can play this just for 1 mana and it'll get a counter from this. Sometimes it's worth it. Yeah, sick deck, guys. We got 2 of these because these make 2/1/1s that'll draw 2 cards off this, one of these for temporary lockdown every once in a while, but we don't really care. We'll just keep blasting. Drawing cards. They can wipe our board every time. We'll just have more hasty threads to go. So yeah, guys, crushing the Mythic ladder. I make a unique deck every single day, so remember to like and subscribe. Let's get into the games and let's get it done. All right, crawling, 1796. Nah, that's better. There we go. We are actually gonna use the Monstrous Rage on turn 2. I hope we get a land. Oh, that... Why would he do that to me? Why would you do that to me, Crawlin? Squee is nice, though. Squee is nice. Are you killing my Phoenix, you crazy man? Are you killing my Phoenix, you crazy man? All right, are you ready for just a ton of haste creatures to swing in? Can you kill them all, Crawlin? That's the question. Can you kill them all? It's pretty nice. One land and we get 3 threes. Let's go. I mean, kill Squee, dude. Come on. We know. Crawling. So one land and we can play one and bring back the Phoenix chick, which would be pretty cool. What is this? The greatest mana value? What did he take? Crawling? How'd you get to 1796 like this? I guess you're just completely targeting... I'm going to do that. I guess you're just completely targeting control. Which I understand. I've been making a lot of decks. There you go. Good thing I didn't forget that. I've been making a lot of decks to target control as well. And this one does target control too. It just does decent everywhere. Boros Convoke, we can win, but I mean, it's not perfect. Brawlin'. Are you sure that's the one, sir? I get that one back. I think he forgot about that. Chick is MVP of this deck, man. Everyone else took Chick out? Nah, baby. All right, Ulao. Let's do it, dude. We are just back, baby. All it took was a little watching TV, playing on my phone, my eidetic Dimir deck. Check it out. Just crushing. Also been playing some of this, which is crushing too. I think this deck and my eidetic Dimir are probably the best climbing decks. This one's probably the best climbing just because of how quick it is. So you always make a treasure. Always. If I see someone play this deck and not make a treasure, I swear to God. The reason is we can play this, and we can play this to make another card, or because this draws cards, or we play this if we need to get through. Like if he stayed on blocks, for example. So watch how sick this is. We can just do this, right? So watch how many cards we just draw here. One card, count it for me. 2 card, 3 card. Also, this is on blocks on Vigilance. So, I mean, that's not bad. Let's go. You want to climb? This is nasty. It beats control because of all the haste. And we have a good amount of trample to get through Boros Convoke as well. All right. So he said, I mean, I think he's in trouble though. We got some of the best combat tricks, baby. So first strike, so we can play the Monstrous Rage on that one for sure. So Monstrous Rage on this one. First strike means it won't take damage. That won't work, sir. Do you not know how first strike works? I wonder if I would have just won if I put it on a different one. Maybe I messed that up. No. Get a little card. Felt good. We have this on blocks. That's the funniest thing about this card. It stays on blocks. Get out of here, 1095. Let's go. All right, Solvent 572. We have to mulligan this one, that's for sure. Much better. It's a little risky, but I think we'll... There we go. So we can give... this is one of the new cards in the deck. We can give this Menace when it comes into play. So it's harder for them to... That's interesting. There was an argument to play the Monstrous Rage. Interesting. I mean, that's a card for a life. All right, baby. Do they have another counterspell? Ooh. Am I gonna hit? Ah! You don't hit all the time with that, right? I would really like, what's it called? Squeak. Oof. That's a bummer. I would have liked to have one in my hand. But you can see how haste is just kind of whittling them down, right? Oh my god, I missed again. I mean, haste will do it. We didn't even hit. Let's go. All right, Ralphie Stork. Yeah, it looks good. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that's pretty good too. Masterpiece, guys. You just climb so quick with this. I mean, obviously, if they have a dream draw and we don't hit Samlet, they could win, but on the draw, I mean, on the when they're on the play. Is that the play? Or should I just go for damage? Damage would be 1 mana, and then... You know what? I am going to do it. Because we got a counter on that. I think we got to move quick. So you can actually play that for free after this, right? Or for 1 mana, you don't have to pay the extra. For a 1/1. Ooh. Now I'm not so sure. And he win. Am I gonna hit? Whoa, we have been missing a lot with that. But the funny part is, who cares? If we get it like once out of every 4, we'll probably get it like once out of every 3 or so. But you just get a top end card, and a 3/2 haste ain't bad, honestly. In a shell like this. It's a good one. So actually, we're going to do that to kind of play it safe. Interesting, right? Well, that's good. They must have just drawn it, which means they have nothing in their hand, right? Or they might have a play with fire. If he has a play with fire, he could win unless I block with my Shivan. That's enough. Do you have a play with fire? Three in a row. Oh, on the draw, easy. Will, number 5. You ready to get crushed, Will? By Mythic Mike? Let's go. Already flexing. You know we got him. We all know we got him. Dude, how much do you have to play to get to number 5 in standard? Oh my god. We got a better version, sir. We have the better version. Alright, now is this a time we don't make the treasure? Yeah, we're doing Wicked Roll. Usually, like I said, you make treasure because we can get our combat tricks, but we don't have our combat tricks yet, and we're on the play, man. We don't have to stay. Ooh. Is this my deck? I'm gonna be so sad if we lose. So sad if we lose. Is Will playing my deck to number 5? So I made a turn 3 kill deck. That this almost surely is. Yeah. So that'll only be 18. Does he have another buff? Does he have the fling to finish it? Dude, I lost to my own deck. Good game, Will. God, I gotta play that deck again. That was a sick one. All right, Ranta, let's go. All right, please find me a dragon. Hey, baby. Dude, who's playing Coggan in the numbers Mythic? Mythic Mike only, baby. No one else is playing this. So can he win? Eh. All right, I left one. Dragons! All right, Leonard, let's go. Looks mighty nice to me. So always play Shivan on the turn 2 play. All right. Someone in my comments just said, how do you beat this deck? I'll tell you the truth. I haven't had any trouble beating this deck. But all hasty creatures is one way to do it. Is one way to do it. You want to beat this deck, just play... If you want to beat this deck, the Slogark, just play this deck. A lot of my decks will beat it, though. Do we want the card from that? I guess yes. I guess yes. Because we get a card from one of them. We lost 1 damage for a card. Sounds reasonable. That's what Gix does. Ooh. He has ill-timed explosion. Why is that down there? So we will draw one card and do a lot of damage next turn. Oh, it's the World Rage. It's not even... Maybe not even Slowguard. So that's pretty aggressive. So we could draw 2 cards because we could hit. Are we going to hit? There's only 3 left. Ah! You're not going to hit every time this way. Is what it is. We do have 4 damage in hand. Haste speed, even if he wipes us. Is he wiping us? That needs blue. He doesn't have blue. I think he's dead, baby. That ain't enough. But yeah, if this was Slowgarg, same thing. Maybe Slowgarg's in here somewhere. He probably is. That ain't enough, sir. So Sokensen is very sick because you actually draw 2 cards off Sokensen. Because these both come in with haste. Get out of my house. Good game, sir. All right, MIDI 812, let's go. No 1-drop, we'll do it though. All right, so it's what's it called? Slowgarg. Let's go, baby. So always make a treasure. Because we have a lot of these combat tricks. And we can use that to get through. See? Oh, we can't actually get through, huh? We can kill it, though. Which one? I guess it is this one. Is he gonna not block? Like, oh, he's so smart. Although not really, because should we just use that? Yeah. Sorry, baby, but that is why you always do the treasure in this deck. Get out of here, breaking hearts. All right, we got J Money Vader in the house, 447. Interesting hand. So it's blue-white control. Oh no, it's the trash people. Of course, when we get this high, how could it not be? How could it not be? So we do have ways to deal with them if we hit enough of our trample spells. Although it's pretty tight, to be honest. Do we just go in the air? I think we do. Presumably whatever they have won't stop my airplay. And presumably that's what they had, right? There's no way it's a mono right version, right? They just don't have the land. Maybe it is a mono white version. That's actually interesting. I respect that. Unfortunately, we lose Trample, but we still have In the Air, right? So they are on a two-turn clock, unless they can get to the air, which maybe he'll try to do. Interesting. They are potentially on a turn 2 clock. He needs 2 more counters, but then we can go around him. Shivan, man, making a comeback. We need some flyers in our life. So we can buff, but will that do it? He'll have to tap a lot. I guess not everything. Ooh, that's nice. That is nice. Mono white does have that kind of card. So we're still in range if we get a spell, right? All right, we got one shot. There's no way that's it, right? Well, we'll see. Maybe there's a shot. I feel like it's actually relatively close, but I think they do have it. They do lose a life when they block Shivan. If they block Shivan. Yeah, dang. Close one. All right, trash no, let's go. Sure. So remember, we always make a treasure, guys. If I see someone losing with this deck not making treasures with Charming Scoundrel, I swear to God. Hey, it's this one. Treasure. Don't you dare think you don't want a treasure. You want a treasure. It is funny, though. When I play decks, then people post their record and they're like, I went 2-6 in play queue. And it's like, whatever, man. First of all, every once in a while, my deck probably isn't that great. And I just got good variants. But also, like, I play my own decks and I get to the top Mythic. And there's a good chance you're playing it wrong. There's a good chance you're playing it wrong. It is what it is. Especially since I posted Boros Convoke pretty early on, and I said, oh my god, and I tried to make some changes and said, I'm slightly tweaking a top meta deck. It's not my own deck. And I had people saying they couldn't win with it. I was like, if there was ever a sign that, you know, people will lose with everything. Same thing with my turn 3 kill deck. And, what's it called? Untapped GG actually has a page for it because enough people have played. And it has like a 52% win rate with really short games over a good amount of games. So clearly it's doing pretty well. And as you saw, a top 5 player was just playing it, or a very close variant of it. Boom. But no, I'm not going to have perfect stats on every game. I play a deck. I make a deck a day. How many games do you think I can play, guys? I'm a full-time lawyer. People are like, show me your untapped so I can see how many wins and losses. It's like, you're seeing most of them. And I don't have an untapped, but also I change the deck throughout, and untapped will track similar versions together. But it's also just not something I want to have to worry about. It already takes so much time to do all these thumbnails and everything. So, yeah. I think this is all the information you're going to get from me guys, but whatever, man. I only play my decks, and I'm generally in the high 90s or numbers mythic, so. It's also pretty funny because if someone could make a deck a day that beat the top meta decks, like, consistently, that would be like, can you imagine? I think I make a deck a week that can beat top meta decks, and then I'd say 5 of my decks are pretty good. Trade, either climb slowly or probably stay around the same or lose slowly. And then I probably have 1 deck a week that ends up not being that great. But that's still pretty impressive. Can you imagine? If you told someone they had to make 1 deck that beat the meta decks, I think most people would struggle, personally. And also part of it's just having fun and playing different types of cards and things. It's how I see it. Like, I made a mono white no rares deck. People like no rares deck. It beats a lot of things, but it just loses to some of the top meta decks now, but it's still super fun to play. And not everyone's playing, you know, mythic rank against control and Boros Convoke. Some people play, you know, play Q and other things, and they enjoy it. But it's still a solid deck. And in a not Boros Convoke meta, it would be very good, but what are we doing, trash now? What are we doing, trash now? Is he gonna beat me with this? Where's your Slowgark? You need Slowgark, sir. So does he have what I'm worried about? Oh no, they don't. So we can just discard a 1 mana spell, which is nice, right? This deck is hilarious, though. Someone asked, obviously, if you see someone wants me to make Slowguard decks, and I'm definitely making one, but I can't. I just can't bring myself to make one that's like this, because I just don't like all the triggers. So I'm trying to make an aggro Slowgark. It's pretty hard, though. It's pretty hard to do that. Do I lose? I get a card, though. He popped off really quick this game. It's usually not that quick. What are we doing here? You know what? I'll save you guys. I'll save you guys. I don't know if he was going to beat me, but I know I don't want to find out. All right, Count Pixie, let's go. Oh my god, 1, 2, 3. Play an artifact. Be an artifact deck somehow. Be an artifact deck. Ooh. I wish this killed an enchantment, huh? I think we just do it. So remember, you can only do it on attacking creature for this one. So it's a little weird. Like, you can't use it defensively or even before you attack. What is this? He's got a... What are we doing here? Oh. It happens. I think you're dead, Count Pixie. This deck is not good anymore. How'd you get to top 1,000, man? How'd you do this? Magic? I guess it's good against certain decks. It's just not good against ours. What are we doing here? Oh, so that's true. It does help you board wipe Boros Convoke, right? It does help you board wipe Boros Convoke. So that is actually true. It just is not good against our Shivan Devastator pile. Let's go. Check out one of these 2 videos. Remember, I make a unique deck every single day. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. Let's go, baby.